one downfield that gets intercepted.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Bortles now to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out.
Let's go, let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better ones.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles being chased out left. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The return man is Hill. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after after this. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Brees throwing on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Brees now to throw. And incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got this down to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Shotgun now for Brees. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
372.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Room here to run. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum and begin to...
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Bortles. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
21, 36, 36. 11.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Here we go.
Now Bortles. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Bortles going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing is Bortles. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
To the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Superfly for the Dumbos. Plenty slides I can shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean. About the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you say you didn't never. I'm a stab, no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with a beam. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, never seen. Ferragamo store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Mad back, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience than a penny hoe.
Over here empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might frisk me. You do what I tell you to do. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
My have an all white rank. Couldn't hit if had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now the return, Rashad Green. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Usually we see runs like this types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles, eluding the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Throwing now is Bortles. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. He'll get it up the middle. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Move.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's It's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Possession back over to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is a team that broke a 3-game losing streak, and boy, did they need that win last week against Tampa Bay. But the injuries are still a problem. In fact, they had 3 new injuries surface in that victory.
Remember the injuries we were talking about were on the defensive side of the ball. Linebacker Deion Jones, the 2 safeties, right? You talk about Keanu Neal, and of course Ricardo Allen, both of them gone for the year, it appears. This time it's on the offensive side. Hot rookie wide receiver Calvin Ridley out with an ankle injury, didn't return in that ball game. Mohamed Sanu had a 35-yard touchdown pass that he hauled in, but missed the second half with a hip problem. And the kicker, Matt Bryant, knocks down a 57-yard field goal with a little over a minute to play in the fourth quarter, but pulls a hamstring on his kicking leg. Amazing the amount of injuries the Falcons have had to endure.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. And that's incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. Had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. They come out here in the eye. It's Coleman here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. Now Bortles. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Bortles. Under goes again. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
22!
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
20! Wait! Hey, South!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. 20! And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons are in for 6. Tavecchio to add the PAT. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Hank.
On 1st down, Bortles. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Ryan. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hardy. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Tavecchio puts this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking is so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The former All-Pro Marcell Dareus breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Left. 21.
On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 46 yards.
Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tavin.
Somebody call for the queen.
12 better not pull me over. Championship going